Last weekend I said to you on this show, I cannot trust Juve. And what a bad performance they put in.
Yeah, I couldn't understand that specific game. I had half units on Juve and over 1.5, Juve and over 2.5. So it's not a bad minus because I cashed with Inter banker beating AC Milan from after being 2 goals down. Absolutely amazing second half from Inter. Loved the fighting spirit, loved the bounce back, loved everything about that second half. I cashed with Bologna as a Roma, so it was a good weekend in Italy too. And I love the Italian Serie A. I think that this season we have a great show with Inter, Juventus, and Lazio right now, separated by just 1 point in the standings. 54 Inter and Juve, 53 Lazio. What a great end of the season we have. We don't have normally those kind of seasons with Juventus being right now 10 points, 12 points up. We expected that close season in Premier League, but it's not happening. We expected it in so besides Premier League, Bundesliga, Serie A right now, and also La Liga are still there with many teams fighting for the title.
Okay, and Chef Michael, how are you, sir? And how was your weekend last week at half-time in the Inter game?
It was getting pretty stressful there, Flash, for a minute. It was getting worried about you watched that first half of the game. Inter looked totally lost. Diego Godin was getting embarrassed every time they were getting in the box. It was a total shit show on Inter's part, and I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall in the halftime to hear what Conte had to say to that team to fire them up to come out in that second half and fire away like that.
Well, it was like an under-12s game. If I was manager, it was so obvious what the Milan script was. It was to get the ball at their feet, hit the ball into Ibrahimovic. He drops it off. We have a third-man runner, and then we get the ball in the box. They did not stop it at source. It's come out second half, completely different. Shut it down, got the goal, and all of a sudden it was like a house of cards for AC, and Inter ran out deserved winners, and I went for Inter win to nil. No good. Inter -1, tick, and Inter an over 1.5, so I was more than happy. Rafa, can we have the records, please? Okay, overall record 38.3 units. You boys are sizzling. Love the average price of 1.99. Happy that you're keeping to my little rule of keeping it around 1.85 to 2.1. And the individuals are both looking forward to seeing this. Alex, 9.8, which is an unbelievable season if it ends there. If it gets better, then all good. And Chef Michael at 28.5 on the back of Inter and maybe a couple of others. Now, before I go into these games, before we go into Lazio and Inter, we have a charity poker tournament on Saturday evening. I think it's 8:30 Eastern time. And now Lee's going to tell you all about it.
Hey guys, Lee Martin here. On Saturday, February 15th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, SBR is hosting a poker charity tournament to raise awareness about Angelman syndrome, or AS. AS is a rare disorder that currently has no cure. Symptoms include developmental delays, no or minimal use of words, seizures, and a few other serious conditions. To take part in the event, reserve a seat by logging into the SBR poker client and buy into the event with 200 bet points. For each buy-in made, SBR will donate $20 to cureangelman.org. If you're curious if this is a legitimate charity, know that this is SBR's 6th year running this tournament. SBR will also provide a list of donors as well as an invoice of payment to the charity once the event concludes. Over here at SBR, we have members of our forum family that have been directly affected by this syndrome. Our goal is to raise more awareness and help drive fundraising to support research and an eventual cure for Angelman syndrome. We hope for an even greater turnout this year, so please spread the word to friends, family, and anyone else who is willing to participate in the event. I'll see you then.
Thanks, Lee. Looking forward to that Saturday night. Teach these boys and girls a little thing about the old poker tournament. Straight into the game now, Alex. Lazio 2.4 plus 140. Draw 3.61, which is plus 261. And Inter at 3.0 plus 200. Now, Inter came back to win 4-2 last week and put a totally dominant display in second half. Lazio came away with a 1-0 win against Parma, but Parma should have got something out of the game, Alex.
Yeah, Lazio last matches, let's say the goalless draw against Verona, the 1-0 win against Parma, are saying to us that they are counting on one man. And that one man is Ciro Immobile, and nobody else can score if Ciro Immobile doesn't score. He has more than half of the goals of Lazio during this entire season, which says a lot. We wish him all the best. I hope that he will stay healthy, because we like this battle for freeway battle with Lazio, Inter, and Juventus fighting for the title. We love it as neutral fans. We want this to happen each and every year. But I think that this will become a problem through the season, and at the end of the season, when his legs will get a little bit tired, when I think that Juventus and Inter will take some points off them, and they will... what I want to say is that I don't see them finishing in top two. I think that they will finish third, the best here. I think that Inter, after that amazing comeback in the Milan derby, in the Derby della Madonnina, their morale is at the highest level right now. They are back in first place. Lautaro Martinez will come back from the suspension. He had 2-game suspension, and they will be on fire. I think that Eriksen, Young is amazing. Eriksen is amazing. This Conte guy is amazing in Italy, and most of all at Inter right now, and they will fight for the title. And I have Inter to win with draw no bet at 2.15, and also another 1-unit play over 2.5 goals in the match at 1.72, because I really don't think that Lazio will play like they did in that 1-1 draw against AC Roma, defending all game long and trying to score on the break. So over 2.5 at 1.72, Inter to win with draw no bet at 2.15.
Yeah, I was surprised you didn't go for the Alex Classic there, Alex. I think it absolutely stinks of both teams to score an over 2.5, but you've covered the over 2.5 at 1.72. Okay, Chef Michael, Sassuolo 2.0 plus 100, draw 3.6 at plus 260, Parma 3.8 at plus 280.
Yeah, like Sassuolo in a decent form right now. They've won 3 out of the last 5, and with a dominating win over Roma, wins over Torino and SPAL. I think Sassuolo have a pretty talented attacking core right now. They're led by Francesco Caputo, and opened with scoring, getting on the sheet 2 times against Roma in their win. Domenico Berardi, who's also been in a scoring drought, but he's still got 9 goals on the season. Still going to be a threat to score. I like the way the Sassuolo team plays. They attack, they go forward. They're attacking from the midfield, and Parma, pretty much a mirror image. And I think this should be one of the more entertaining matches to watch. I think it'll get overshadowed by Lazio and Roma and Atalanta, but I think both teams to score, and over 2.5 at 2.2 is a pretty good look.
Yeah, I like that. Alex Classic at 2.2. Alex, you like this game as well?
Yeah, I love the over 2.5 goals at 1.76. I'm afraid that only one team might score in this match, and that could be Sassuolo. So Sassuolo could easily win 3-0 in my opinion. Right now, they are on fire, and we cannot say the same thing about Parma right now. Yeah, in the standings, Parma are 3 points above that, but this will, I think that this could easily change this weekend when Sassuolo will be the hosts, and that even money, I will also play Sassuolo to win this match. So again, 2 bets for this match: Sassuolo to win at even money, and over 2.5 goals in the match at 1.76, both 1 unit plays.
Okay, I'm happy to greet you with that because my European trap has just been clicked, and it is Sassuolo at plus 100. It was definitely premeditated because I have to go through all the games. I have to go and look to see which team are no value at all. I think Parma are quite decent, and I think Parma double chance at plus 280. You can see this being a draw. I can even see it being a 2-2 draw, so I'm agreeing with the boys on Alex Classic, and over 2.5 goals. But Sassuolo to win the game at plus 100, not for me. That's the only trap I could find out of all the selections. Chef Michael, Juventus 1.18. Howard loved this one to have been a trap at minus 556. The draw at 7.6, which is 660. And Brescia 19.0, which is plus 1800.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on over there in Brescia, but they've sacked Eugenio Corini for the second time this season. I mean, he was sacked originally back in November. They brought him back. Fabio Grosso he had issues, didn't do a good job, had problems with Balotelli, so they sacked him. Brought back Carini. Now he's being sacked again, and the reported is the former Cagliari boss, Diego Lopez, is going to take over. Usually it's a spot I like to take. A new manager coming in is going to put some energy back into the club, but I don't see what he's going to do here. He's in a horrible spot right now. After Juve, they've got Napoli, Sassuolo. Yeah, I don't see how he's going to come in there on such short notice and try to come in here and do something against Juventus. Juventus obviously coming off that shocking loss against Verona. Might have been shocking somewhat, but I think Juve are going to look to bounce back here. Obviously, they have heat from Inter and Lazio. I was looking at halftime, full time, but it wasn't a great price, down at near 1.6, I think 1.66. So I took a different route to get kind of the same bet. I took Juve to be ahead at 30 minutes at 2.0.
Okay, so it's ahead in 30 minutes. What? 2.0? What's happening, Alex?
What's up?
Do you guys think that Brescia will score in this one? Because I was looking also at Juve to win and under 4.5 goals. I don't think that Juve will score a ton of goals in this one. Maybe a 3-0, 4-0, but I don't think that Brescia will find the back of the net against wounded Juventus after that defeat last weekend. So I think that 1.9 Juve and under 4.5 goals looks incredibly
Are
good.
you going to have that as official?
No.
Oh,
I was just thinking.
Okay, you're thinking out loud.
Always.
That brain don't stop. Okay, Lecce 2.23, which is plus 123. Draw 3.59, which is plus 259. And Sport 3.3, which is plus 230. Chef, it's a tough old game to pick, this one.
Yeah, I wasn't really looking at it until another issue with the manager, SPAL sacking their manager a few days ago, and Lecce are on the back of two impressive wins, a clean sheet of Torino, and then they went into Napoli and got a 2-3 win. So they gathered some points out to get themselves out of the drop zone. And then Lecce, they were pretty busy in the transfer window. They brought in Antonin Barak from Udinese and a Czech Republican midfielder, and they also brought in Argentina, Paz Nguyen from Bologna. I think Lecce, they're going to continue to rely on Felipe Falcao and Gianluca Lapadilla for their goal output and SPAL. You know, they're down there lonely in the bottom dead man zone. Surely they're obviously going to go down. And I don't see this being a very high score. I don't think Lecce is going to light up the scoreboard here, and I don't think SPAL is going to get any goals here. So I'm going to go Lecce and under 4.5 at 2.7. I just think the issues with SPAL and their manager. I mean, this is a guy that brought them up from the Serie C all the way up to Serie A, and they dump him like he was a bad piece of chicken or something. I don't know what's going on over there, but so I see a Lecce win here. Keep it low scoring. It's Lecce at under 4.5 at 2.7.
Okay, there's no
You have
such
to cut the ropes when you're lost in the standings, and your chances to stay up are very, very diminished after your poor season. So you have to cut something, and I think that the coach is the first person you cut, not players, not other. You see how many problems are in Italy lately, right? Also, Jurgen Klinsmann, Radek said to us that left Hertha Berlin yesterday because he missed his family in the USA.
Yeah, you know the situation before you take the job, that it's always going to be the manager who's the first one to go. It's always their fault. Alex,
you see us get
go
promoted,
on.
Alex.
Go on, Chef.
The mighty Benevento are running away in Serie B. They're gonna get brought up.
Come back, please. Come back, please. Yeah. We love Benevento. We did a tons of profit with Benevento last season. And come back, Benevento. SPAL, bye, SPAL. Welcome, Benevento.
Okay. Bologna 1.88 minus 114, draw 3.65, which is plus 265. And Genoa 4.5 plus 350. Again, I told you last week, Genoa were the team to be on, and they won. Remember, I only remind you when I win, Alex.
But I was not on that match. I don't know why you are trying to remind me something that I was not on.
No, nothing about you. It was all about me saying to Chef Michael that we love Genoa.
You, I understand. Okay. Yeah, but I think that this is the easiest both team to score situation in Serie A this weekend at 1.7. I think that Bologna could easily win this match, but Genoa are a good side, are a decent side. Despite sitting on the relegation zone there, I think that they will not be the ones who will go down. I think that the fight will get even more intense with some rounds to go. So what I'm trying to say is that Genoa will find the back of the net, in my opinion, against Bologna. But with Bologna missing some of their players, Medel, Sansone, I think that this is a pretty good chance for Genoa to pick up some points. But I will not risk anything. I will just keep it simple. Both teams to score at 1.7, and this should be a win from the first half.
Okay, AC Milan at 1.65, which is minus 155, draw 4.0, which is plus 300, and Torino at 5.8, which is plus 480. And we'll start with you, Chef Michael.
Yeah, this is just a jump on a team that just came off a horrible loss with AC Milan, and Torino's absolutely terrible. They've lost, each of their last 5, being clean sheeted 2 times. Once by Lecce, and that other one with that beat down 7-0 from Atalanta. I think AC Milan are gonna, they're gonna try to come out and impose their will. They're gonna try to bully Torino around, which I think they can. If they get the chances and find the back of the net as easily as they did against Inter, they should have no problems here. Not enough on the Milan straight win, so I just took the -1 at 2.1. Maybe at the worst, just get my money back, but I see them winning pretty comfortably here.
Okay, that's Asian 1 on the Asian handicap. -1 on the Asian handicap at 2.1, which is plus 110. Alex, wrap up this show.
Yeah, when you bring a coach with basically no experience in Serie A, Moreno Longo is the name of Torino's coach after sacking Walter Mazzari. Moreno Longo coached in Torino's Primavera I think that for who knows what, if anybody doesn't know what I'm talking about, is the young squad of Torino. He coached Pro Vercelli in Serie B, and Frosinone also. So that doesn't say anything about this guy who, on his first match being in charge, he wanted to change the fucking system. You are unexperienced and you want to change the system against Sampdoria, Ranieri Sampdoria. Come on, this is a huge mistake. And we said we went with Sampdoria last week and we cashed. And I think that once again we should oppose Torino, who will be also without one of their backs. Iso red carded last weekend against Sampdoria. So I'm going AC Milan and over 1.5 goals in the match at 1.85. And I think that you would love this AC Milan to win 2-0. I don't know. I think that is around 2.8.
Don't like AC Milan, though, to be honest. I mean, I think that I just never know what I'm going to get. I've got two things, obviously. I'm going to go with Sassuolo as my European trap. I think they're lay of the weekend. But I'm going to get your bankers, and then I'm going to throw a little one in just before we end, because we've got about a minute to go. So your banker, Chef Michael, is?
Milan, -1.
Okay, Milan, -1 is your banker at 2.1. And Alex, your banker?
Inter with Drono bet at 2.15.
Okay, and it's not a banker, but I just fancy a red card in the Lazio Inter game. So just to throw it out there, that I fancy things could get a bit hairy, and they might not be able to handle the heat. So someone's going to leave the kitchen. So I'm going to say goodbye to Chef Michael and the Grill Master, and see you again next week. Have a great time over the weekend, and remember, Sassuolo is the European trap. You take care.